Hello and welcome to my first devlog for the Shellshock project. So as of today it is the 4th of March 2024, which means the group has around 2 months left of the project. So at this time we're starting to map out a few of our ideas into actual Unity, and I'm just going to walk you through a few of the things we've been doing so far. So firstly, I want to show what we got for the level, which is in Unity right now. So I've discussed it briefly in the Discord, but we're kind of right now shifting between having it at the main perspective when you're roaming around the trench in a top-down perspective like this. So you'll be seeing the map like this, and then you reach the puzzles and it goes into first person. So this trench areas are more like claustrophobic. You have to follow set paths, and then what we're thinking is, so it's like this, you're following your character along in this trench, and then you move into these rooms. So this is like the room we got so far, just a basic room, and it will basically shift down into first person, and the player will basically interact with the object, and they'll start having to complete a puzzle in first person, and they have to do it in they have a timer because whoever's following is going to catch up to them. So and then the rest of the trench will kind of be top down, like a 2D sort of game, but always in 3D, but kind of like Pac-Man. So I spoke about it in the Discord group here. So exploration areas involve a bird's eye POV with similarities to Pac-Man's level design. Players must escape entities to reach the puzzle areas. So I kind of compared how the trench systems in World War One, they can be like, you can use them to kind of design like a Pac-Man level, and it kind of, what is great about Pac-Man is that it creates what the feeling we want to create with the intense chase mechanics, because I talked about the design pillars, which is through claustrophobia, and that was kind of something we wanted to be big on. But at the same time, since we want our environment to play a big part in the game, we were thinking of still keeping it in first person. So it's kind of a big decision that we need to be making in the next week or so, to either keep it in first person or not. And with first person, the difficulty was you can't see as much of the environment around you that we want to focus on. This is obviously a rough level, and we are going to be shifting into creating more assets and using more assets, perhaps buying some assets to help us create the environment that we're aiming for. But this is what we have so far. As for the group's planning, we're actually doing really well. So basically, we've been using Trello, and I've basically highlighted in yellow everything that's being done right now, and in green is everything that's been done. So obviously the roles, the GitHub sharing, GDD is going to be obviously still being done, but also we've all created our own task list. So I allowed Jeffrey and Arta to do whatever they want, give themselves tasks to do. I've also done it for myself as well. So right now I'm going to be creating tunnels, which is basically going to be elevation in the level, and the puzzle rooms. So whether they're in together or not is yet to be seen. Things can change. We're still quite early on in development, but Jeffrey's going to be doing the trenches and the no man's land primarily. We're all going to be helping each other out, me and Jeffrey, in these things, in these elements of the level. But that's what we're primarily each doing. I'm doing the puzzle rooms, so I have to work with Arta because he's going to be primarily doing the puzzle mechanics and the puzzles, audio, implementing audio, and making sure the UI is working. Since me and Jeffrey aren't really experts in that area, but Arta is quite experienced in that area, and then it's contrasts to us as well, so he's not very experienced in level design as me and Jeffrey are. I also worked on the narrative for the game, so the whole idea behind the game was my idea. So the lore and narrative details are all down to me. We also rough level block out is pretty much nearly done. I mean, it's rough, so we just want an idea of what it looks like. But yeah, Art is going to be doing the main menu screens, the pause screens. He's also going to be doing the audio for the puzzles, frequency noises. So the puzzles are basically going to be involving the frequency, matching the frequency on the screen, which I will be showing in the next devlog since it should be more developed by then, since the ideas are kind of rough right now. But by the next devlog, hopefully I will show more about how the puzzles work. Hopefully get some videos showing how they work as well. So that's all for the first devlog. But in the next one, I hope to show off more of the game and hopefully we'll make a lot of progress. Thank you for watching.